Hey guys, it's the Hauntdermotts and we're at home in Whitehall, Pennsylvania, and we're gonna check out the Halloween stuff they have inside. Let's go check it out. Alright guys, check out these candles. Look at that. There's some golden skulls. There's some white hearts. Some black skulls. Look at these. They look like they bleed or something, like blood coming out of their eyes or something. These ones I'm pretty sure bleed. Look at that. It's a skull sitting inside of a hand, and I believe they do bleed once the wax melts. Here's some miniature bleeding skull candles. Here's a bleeding candle that's a crystal ball. And check out these eyeballs right here. These are cool. Check out these skeleton angel tombstones. Guys, I really love these tombstones right here. Check that one out. It says R.I.P. It's a skull and crossbones. And look at this one. It says R.I.P. I love that. It looks like a pedestal. And then check that one out right there. It says R.I.P. and it's got a skeleton wrapping his arms around with the skulls on the base. Ooh, I love this tombstone. Listen to it. And then it's got different colors. It's changing different colors on the inside of its eyes and mouth. I love that. I love these raven statues. Look at that. Look at that face on that raven right there. Look at this skeleton lady and gentleman. Here we have a gargoyle statue. And right there is a dragon statue. I love this Grim Reaper statue right here. Check him out. And look at that skull resting in his hands. And check out these gargoyles. Look at that. I love the details. This guy is so cool. And I bet he lights up. Yeah, check out. His eyes light up right there. That is so cool. I love that guy. Here's some spooky ghosts and haunted stuff. Like, check out that haunted house. I love that. Look at that. And check this out with 3 ghosts right here. Looks like they're on a witch's broom or something like that. And they're wearing witches' hats. Here's some ghosts with some jack-o'-lanterns. And here's some more right here. Check out this jack-o'-lantern with a witch's hat. I love the details on that. Look at that. That is so cool. And look at the various faces on these jack-o'-lanterns. Check out all the different faces and mugs on these jack-o'-lanterns right here. I love these. Right here we have a stack of jack-o'-lanterns. And then of course you have the regular jack-o'-lanterns right there. Here's the miniature ones. They have a whole bunch of different colors. And then of course we have a ton of more options for jack-o'-lanterns. Look at that, guys. And then of course we have giant jack-o'-lanterns up here. And check out this giant jack-o'-lantern groundbreaker. Look at that. Look at the green ribs that light up. And look at the inside of his jack-o'-lantern head is green and lit up. So cool. Guys, starting off, check out these skulls. I love that viney skull right there. And then you have this one with the spiders crawling out. Check out this stack of skulls right here. I love that snake crawling out. Look at that. And then you have that raven sitting on top right there. I love this cauldron right here with these 3 skulls. Look at that. I love that look on that face. Look at that. Look at the grin. That is so awesome. Alright, check out these ceramic skulls. I love the detail. Like, look at the cracks in there. And check it out. It lights up too. That is so cool. Here we have this giant man-eating plant. And of course, right down at the bottom, it's got a skull right there. Right here is an awesome lamp post. Look at that. There's the lamp. And of course goes all the way down, and it's a bunch of bones that lead into, at the base, a couple of skulls. Check out these giant skulls. I love all the detail that goes into them. Here's a giant black skull right there. Check out the details on these skulls. Wow, I love that. And then look at these larger skulls. And then you have dinosaur skulls right here. Alright guys, here's a bunch of skeletons and skeleton animals. Check it out. Look at the dogs here.
Remember the fish? Yes.
Here's some cats and octopi or octopuses. An armadillo. Here's a snake. Look at that. Look at these snake skeletons. Here's some spider skeletons. Check out these giant spiders right here. Look at that. Creepy. Look at the eyes on that. And guys, of course, we have a ton of different colors of skeletons here. Even pink and bright green. And of course, there's a larger skeleton right there. Like, look at that. This guy compared to this guy, he's much larger. I love this skeleton wheelbarrow. Check that out. And I like the lights on there. And of course, look at that. It's got a rib cage of bones right there. Here's a giant skeleton horse. Look at that. And here's a really cool giant groundbreaker skeleton. I love that. And guys, they don't have a lot, but check it out. They do have some of the inflatables set up here. Let's check these out. Look at those minions up there. And then over here, we have a stack of jack-o'-lanterns. And look at that witch spider. And check out this Grim Reaper groundbreaker. That is awesome.
Greetings. Let me light the way. It's dreadfully dark and chilling ahead.
Alright guys, just wanted to show you what they have here at home. This is so awesome. Alright guys, happy haunts. See you on the next video. And subscribe to our channel. Bye guys.
Yeah.